We are back now from our 17 follow-up file tonight. Today marks 1 year since two young girls were gunned down in cold blood at a birthday party in Delano. And their families are urging community members not to forget their cases. The families of Michaela Osorno and Elena Dorig celebrated their lives today. Both girls were best friends and both were killed last year at a birthday party. They are buried at opposite ends of North Kern Cemetery. Michaela's grandmother is asking members of the community to please help these families find justice.
Somebody has to know something. It's like our whole life is torn. Like, I don't get it how people just go on like nothing. I don't get it.
Everyone, be with Lord.
Elena's family held a service today led by Pastor David Vivas. They released purple balloons in her memory. 17's Raphael Stroud spoke with her mother earlier this week about her loss.
They didn't go to the same school, but Michaela Osorno and Elena Sadie Dorig were lifelong friends and grew up together. And now the two are buried here at North Kern Cemetery far too soon.
She didn't even get her first kiss, not her first dance, she didn't even get her period for the bastard to come take her life from her.
It's something Angie Royal will never get used to.
I'm broken. There's no words to explain when you lose a child. Such a beautiful angel.
Life without her daughter, Elena Sadie Dorig. On one brutal summer day, Elena and her lifelong friend, Michaela Osorno, died on the streets of Delano.
I know most parents wouldn't say this, but I miss her attitude. You don't know how much I wish she would just talk back to me like she used to. You don't know how much I wish she would just call me one time. And before she would call me, I would tell her, "What do you want?" Now I just wish the phone would ring one time and I could hear her voice.
The girls' families had known each other for over 20 years. On July 2nd last year, Royal took the girls to a family member's birthday, and that's where her life changed forever.
I'll never forget the night that I got that call. Initially I was told 5 people were shot, and then within about a minute I got an update that 2 were little girls and they were both likely not to make it.
While the kids played, a masked man pulled up to the home, got out of the car with a gun and blasted bullets at the house.
It was the worst day of my life. To see my daughter take her last breath in my arms, to see her shut her eyes. My whole life just never will be the same.
Police Chief Robert Navarez is preparing to wrap up a 35-year-long career in law enforcement. He says the murders of the girls were the lowest point of his 3 years in Delano.
I'm sure they were targeting somebody. It wasn't the little girls. And, you know, it's these senseless crimes like this where somebody completely innocent gets mowed down in gunfire.
Navarro suspects the shooting was gang-related. The only description of the gunman is that he had a hoodie and a mask. The car was described as being tan and similar to a Toyota Camry or a Corolla. But justice has been hard to find for the girls.
Days that followed, the weeks that followed, we got a lot of calls from people that had hunches and ideas, but never anything concrete where we had a solid enough lead that we thought would lead us in a strong direction.
Arroyo says since then it's been a living nightmare, losing Elena and her younger brother having no one to play with out of fear.
My little boy, he's only 8, and there's other parents that don't even want him around their kids.
But she's had some support from family and friends.
Don't expect it to hit you as much as it does, especially since she wasn't related to me, but she was part of our family here.
Veronica Soto is the property manager of the Brandywine Apartments. She watched Elena grow up here, and she says she was a great student who connected well with other kids. Elena's mom is pleading for someone, anyone, to do the right thing.
Just think if it was their daughter, because both me and Michaela's mother, we're not okay. We're never going to be okay.
Raphael Stroud reporting tonight. If you know anything about this case, there is a $3,000 reward for any information that will lead to the arrest of the people who did it. Police Chief Navarez says you won't have to testify and the money will be sent anonymously. Just call Kern Secret Witness at 661-322-4040.